hello. I hope you're having a fabulous night. If you see this, if you see this, because now I'm just doing a little skincare, and I decided I'd go live. And it's Friday night, so you never know what's going to happen, what's going to be talked about. Hey, Kelly. I figured you'd be awake because you'd be awake all night with me. That's how I wound up getting into so much trouble buying stuff. Did you buy something today? I just had this feeling you were buying something today. I just had this feeling that you were buying something today. Well, go on, get your skincare on. Go and wash that face right quick. What'd you buy? I knew you did. Oh, okay. Okay. What'd you want to buy? What you thinking about? What you thinking about, girl? So not right. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. I mean, not to say that we aren't always thinking about things to shop for. The cheaper show cards or the more expensive ones? Hi, Court. Hi, Courtney. I just gotta say something to you. I've been looking at your collection. Ma'am. What's your numbers looking like? At about 547? And don't even tell me you don't own a lot. Don't even say I don't have that much. I'm gonna see in your collection, ma'am. Was it the lemon one and the happy ones? I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there that I've been noticing. 298. That was real specific. Yeah, I've looked at the happy ones a few times. And don't give me any more ideas. Okay? Oh yeah. I can see that. Cause she been busy. She has been busy. See how much she has been busy. I'm about to put on some oil like like I'm a beauty influencer. Of course, I feel like it's about to run all over me. Kelly, you ain't that far behind. You ain't that far behind. You probably at 278 right now. Remember, I've seen your collection. Ooh, which peach and lily? I love the glass skin serum. Hi, Rose. The glass skin refining serum. See? See, I knew it. Oh, you funny, Courtney. Right? Oh, you real funny. I ain't going out to get that thing. That would mean I'd have to go to the store. There's no Sephora's near me, and it ain't that serious for me to get in the car during the week and try to go to a Sephora. I have to go to the north side. I live on the south side of Chicago. Not gonna happen. Or at least downtown, and I'm not doing that. It's never that serious, ever, for this kid right here. Oh, this oil is nice. I'm gonna have to get this. This is the La Acetone Immortelle oil. I like it. Mm-mm. But let me tell you. Okay, so I haven't used no, I do have the Dew Essence. I'm okay with it. I don't care about reviews. Girl, don't listen to them reviews. Just go try it. Y'all gotta stop. Well, okay. Wait a minute. So let me tell y'all how I wound up in this dress. Because I almost made a faux pas because I wasn't sure what could happen. So I was sitting here and I was like, oh, I need to put on my night dress. And so I'd already set up the live and I was about to hit go live. So, it's kind of, yeah, the kind of like halfway in the potential, I could have had the camera on. I wasn't sure what you all could see because I was about to disrobe sitting right here. Well, I was about to, take the robe, put this on. Then I had to remember, I don't know if this is actually like they could see something. So I had to get up and, move out of the way, out of the view, because that would have been an interesting little beginning. I'd have been showing more than thigh meat. Let's just put it that way. We were just talking. Speaking of thigh meat. Speaking of thigh meat, what a segue. Um, we were talking about. I'm gonna start doing thigh meat. I'm gonna have to find somebody because B is not gonna film it for me. B will not be filming it for me. Okay, so I got this. Let's just get this out the way. This is Starwa Gold by Latafa. I guess I gotta do a little one of my mini reviews on it. I like this. It's an orange blossom. It's got a little lavender. I can see people saying it's like Libra. Because the thing is, let me tell you something, and I've noticed this about people. Think about this. Right. I got the tripod. Yeah, it's a beautiful bottle. Is that if they see similar notes, they immediately say, "Oh, they're duping this." So I'm sure everybody says it's like Libra. I just got the Intense, a sample of it, and they're similar but not enough. Like the lavender is very soft in here, which is so much better than the original Libra because I did try that and I didn't like it years ago when it first came out. And then I tried the Intense that I have a sample of, and this is much better. It's softer, it's sweeter, it's more girly. Dare I say that? Dare I say that? It's like if they have, so because it has orange blossom and lavender, it has to be like Libra. No. No. It's not. It's not. It's not really. I mean, they're similar. Hey, Drea. They're similar, but can y'all tell me what this looks like to you? This bottle. I don't want these, even though this note sounds really good. But this bottle, this whole setup looked too much for me. This too much. Latafa, y'all went too far with this bullshit. You got it encased in glass? No, I don't want this. It's too much. It's too much. I'm like, no, we don't need that. We don't need that at all. We can pass on that one. Looks a little phallic to me personally, but you know, I tend to fall into that category whenever I see shit like that. So I'm not even. So let me quit. See what I'm saying? That's why. Yes, yeah. Libra has orange blossom. It has more orange blossom, jasmine, vanilla, vetiver, and but this one does. So you know, it's like nice. It's beautiful. It's really nice on. It was really cute. This a bottle too. We're not talking about anything yet. I'm sorry. You know what? Well, okay. I could see the Beauty and the Beast meets Aladdin, but you know, I saw now this one. Okay, now this one, y'all are going to agree with me on this one. Um. So is this a? Come on, now. Let's just talk about that for a second. I know my eyes are not deceiving me. This is very phallic. I'm just gonna put that down. I don't care if y'all don't agree with me or not. Hey, I'm just saying that is a very phallic. JC, did you hear? I told you now that some of them were in the live with me when Vincent said he would love to do a collaboration with you. Pew pew, shots fired. Shots fired. Thank you. Got real quiet over there, didn't you? Got real quiet over there. I mean, that would take the pressure off. It would be putting on his brand. You're just collaborating with him. You could get some, you know, have your creative side and not be responsible. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Hey, Jen, how are you? I would love something dark and seductive from you all. Jen, Jen, you know, just a little something, something sexy. Just a little sexiness. Oh, my skin looks good, y'all. My skin looks delicious. Ha! Ha ha ha. What was I gonna tell y'all? I had something funny to tell y'all. Oh, I don't know what that is. You ain't told me. Um, don't it? Drea, look what I got. Look what I got, Drea. I got white diamonds and rouge. What is Kai fragrances and why don't I know about anything about it? You just be you just I don't even know why you act like we friends because we ain't friends. And then I got this girl. Then I got diamonds and emeralds. This stuff is good too. Do you have diamonds and emeralds? This one's good too, Drea. Oh yeah, this one's good too. Hi Valencia. So yeah. You are welcome because I am not the best with my skincare. I ain't even gonna lie. At least my nighttime skincare. I love it too. Diamonds and emeralds is good. I'm very bad with my nighttime skincare. Because some days I just can't do it. What Facebook post? I don't read your Facebook post. I don't read anybody. You okay, because you ain't got my number and you can't text me some shit. Okay, let me just see what you're talking about. Let me see what you're talking about on Facebook, Jerikai. Let me go on there. Jerikai. What's your name on there now? What's your name? I don't even see your name coming up. Are we even friends on Facebook? I didn't see anything 2 months ago. You're not even coming up in my friends. Did you unfriend me? Well, that ain't gonna help me. There's a whole lot of people called Blackula. Oh well, I give up. I can't even find you, man. Oh well. I don't see it. It won't come up. Well, when I put it in, everything. Oh, you got the mask holder on? Hey, Shelly, no. JC says he put something up about a fragrance that he's doing. And I don't know what he's talking about because he says this was 2 months ago. I don't know anything you talking about 2 months ago. Nope, I don't see that either. So I don't know. I can't find you, man. I can't find you. There's a whole lot of Blackulas. I see Joe Blackula, Blackula Blacks, Blackula Black, Blackula Man. Yep, I don't see you. See what I'm saying? You about to get it? Yes, go get it off of my Amazon store. Don't play with me, Jen. Get it off of my Amazon store. Honey, because this is nice. Let me make sure it's on there. It should be on there. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Yep, it's on there. It's on there. Because it is giving my skin life, baby. You need an amazing. I'm gonna tell you what I've been liking is this these Perlier. Perlier is having a sale, by the way, y'all. 40% off. You spend $200, you get 40% off. Go forth and be a no, she said she looking for one. I'm gonna tell you that Benton that I was using was really good. I'm using the. Now, what are you looking for it to do? Are you looking for it to tighten you up? Are you looking for to get rid of dark spots? You know, under eye darkness. What? Because you know, under eye darkness ain't going nowhere. Under eye darkness is not going nowhere. So let me tell you about what. Whoa! Let me just say this, girl. You better go and get you a Girl, first off, you need to go get you a roller. Go get you a jade or a rose quartz or whatever roller, honey. That will tighten up. That them bags be gone because they be frozen off of you. Anyway, didn't drink no wine last night. So let me tell y'all, this is the funniest thing. So I've used up my PTO for the year, for the school year, right? Not that I care. Um, I don't have Winnie Harlow. Um, I used to have a good vitamin C. You know who has a good one that brightens is Glam Glow. I actually like it. It's Bright Eyes. Okay, but wait. Yeah, I don't care. So of course, I won't get paid if I take a day off. I'm all right with that too. My principal sent me a note. Um, I've used 3 days that I didn't get paid for. Not that shit happens. Life goes on. And it says that now, if I want to take a day off, I have to get it approved through her. Because normally I just go through my direct boss. Now, if I want to take a day off, then I have to get it approved by her. Now, mind you, I'm not the only person who's gone over their days. It's quite a few of us. So you know what I thought? Hi, Samantha. How are you? You know what I thought? No, let me just say this. Let me just say this. So what that means is that I'm not going to plan my PT. Like, I'm not going to let y'all know in advance. Because what if I call in sick? There ain't nothing you could do about that. And I ain't got to talk to anybody but leave y'all a message like, hey, I won't be in. I'm not feeling well. And I'm sure that's what's happening. Ain't nobody going through that mess. I'm like, y'all really think that's going to work? If I don't care about getting paid, do you really think that I'm going to be like, hey, is it okay? Well, you don't have any PTO. Hey, Mark. So you only paying my sub and you not paying me for the day. Okay. I'm just saying. No, I'm not year round. School done in June. And I'm taking another day off at some point. I'm not going from spring break until the end of school without another day off. No. No. No, 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 no. Not gonna happen. Water. Lemon water. Right. I'm with that, Valencia. Right. Because that's all it means. Because it don't mean I'm coming. Okay. Thank you, baby. Because that's the way. I mean, because, okay, so basically you said telling me that you're going to tell me that I can't take a day off. I can't say, hey, I need this Friday off. Okay. So that all that says is that then I'm just going to say, oh, Thursday night after I get home, hey, I won't be in Friday. I don't feel well. Plus, these people. Plus, and I wish they would say something to me. They want you to kind of like tell why you're not coming in. They got one time to ask me that, and I might have to politely tell them, that's against labor laws, right? You can't ask me why I want a day off. You can either pay me or not pay me and say I don't have the time available and not pay me, but you can't ask me why I took the day off unless I'm taking extended time, and then I have to. But one day you can't ask me. You can't ask me why am I not going to be at work if I'm taking a day off. You really can't. Now, if I'm requesting it off, you can say, "Oh, I'm sorry." I mean, I'm not saying right, but I'm like, we teachers, right? We're educational staff. It ain't like it's hard to find another job. If you're going to say, hey, we don't like you, okay, let me go and put my resume out. I mean, like right now, honestly, if I decided to start looking, and I should just for the hell of it, just to see what's out there, I could just go on and start looking for something and be like, I could probably, if I started interviewing right now for a position for next year, I could probably have like 3 or 4 if I really started putting it out there. It ain't that hard. It ain't that hard. Shelly, you stupid. Right, exactly. Right. I'll be like, special education, what do I teach? Math. Right. Not see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's one thing if you have FMLA, pay if you have FMLA, if you have something like that. But if I just take a day off, you really can't ask me why. Now, if I'm taking off 3 or more days, of course, then you can ask me why. Then I gotta show some, documentation for those days off. But if I'm just off taking a day off, really, you can't ask me why. You just now, if I'm requesting a day off and I'm just like letting you know, like, hey, I'm about to catch a flight. That's but I really don't have to tell you why. I just need this day off. Right. Hell, and I mean she should know that because when I got hired by this network, four schools was trying to get me to come there. Four of the schools, when I interviewed to work for this network, this school was one of four that wanted to hire me. And I only interviewed with four. And I was so ignorant on one of my interviews because they sent me this thing like when I was interviewing with this network. And this one of the schools, they sent me a whole thing they wanted me to do. They was talking about they wanted me to give them a lesson plan. They wanted, I mean, it was like ridiculous. And it wasn't just like I could just give them one of my lesson plans. They had a specific lesson they wanted me to come up, do a lesson plan for and all this other shit, right? Now, mind you, they wanted to interview me in like 4 or 5 days. I politely sent them back a message. I said, it is the end of the school year. I will not be doing that. Thank you for the consideration, but I'm going to have to decline this interview. Right? I told them I got to decline this interview. I did. I was like, they got me because some of these companies really want you to do a lot. Right? I was like, no, that's not going to happen. They came back to me, no, we're okay. We're okay. We don't have to do that. You can just send us a lesson plan of yours. I was like, okay, because you ain't getting all that. I mean, they gave me a whole brief. I was like, what? Oh, no, that's not going to happen. I was like, no, that's not going to happen. No. Mm-mm. I was like, y'all got me fucked up. And then they was the first one that tried to hire me because I was like, no. Y'all got me fucked up on this. And we in a pandemic. What you want me? Mm-mm. However, I'm waiting for the end of the school year, to see what's left over in our department budgets that we can spend. Because if they tell me I got some money left in the department budget to play with, I'm buying me some more stuff for my classroom to start for next year. I got to work on what I want for next year. Thank you, Shelly. I was like, no, we're not gonna work out at all. And then this one of the schools was like, when I talked to them again, I was like, so what exactly what you want me to teach? And they were like, well, probably like, and I mean, I know some people who do this. I'm not gonna do it, not on the high school level. They were like, well, we were thinking, wow, yeah. They were like, we were thinking like maybe math and math and what did they say? Math and English. 10th grade math and English. Oh hell no. I was like, no. That they was off my list then. I was like, that school was like, oh no. Cause you think it's bad enough I teach literally four different types of math and stuff every day at my school because my 12th grade self-contained, we're doing financial literacy. I'm in a co-taught calculus class. Then I do algebra, two different algebras because my co-taught is at a different level and my self-contained is at a different level. So I teach four different things every day. I be wore out. My brain be done for the day. And the calculus is kicking my ass because I haven't done calculus. I keep telling them I haven't done calculus, right? I was like, I have not taken calculus since before y'all was born. So yeah, we almost done. We've been doing integrals and stuff, and I'm like, I don't even remember this shit. I was like, I haven't taken calculus since 1997 ish. I'm like, it's been 25 years since I took this shit. I don't know what it is. I be telling them, go ask the teacher. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't know. I don't know. It's almost like 30 years since I took a calculus class. The only thing it's helping me with is if I am going to get endorsed in general education, high school math. So at least when I go take the test, I'll remember derivatives and stuff. I'm like, what? So I'm gonna make sure I look over it because I'm to make sure I do okay on the derivative side of it. Right? Yeah. Yeah, that's a problem we have in the states, in the United States, that people just don't do math, and that's why we're kind of behind on those type of things. Because y'all people don't do math. That's why I'm frustrated in my grad program because it's like, okay, I get. Oh my God, y'all! I had a snarky moment on one of my grad papers. I got snarky, y'all. I've been trying not to, but I got snarky on their ass. Right? I got snarky. So I had to do this instructional plan on my reading intervention that I've been doing all year. So I had to do this revised, this updated instructional plan and some bullshit, reflection kind of stuff, right? So I'm doing the reflection and it says, what have you your Aunt Peach's name? She's so silly, JC. So in the reflection it asks, what do you think is strong in what you did teaching? So I said, well, I reached out to my and to worked with my, reading based colleagues to get some insight, blah blah blah. And then it goes on to say, well, what do you think you could do to make your teaching stronger? Well, I think I was a little tired, and I did send it in just like this. I said, honestly, I don't know. I said, because this is not something I know. I don't know how, I've never taught reading, so I don't know how to make myself a stronger reading teacher. And I said, and quite frankly, I really don't care. I really don't feel the need to figure it out. I said, because I will never teach this subject matter. I will never teach anything reading based. because I am a math specialist, which is a scarcity. I was like, I am a math teacher that happens to be a learning specialist, which is a rarity. So no one will ever ask me to teach a reading based class. Like right now, I got to do this fucking writing damn thing. I mean, cause I'm just over it. It's like I done spent 9 months from August to now doing shit about reading, and then you're gonna make me write a whole. You gonna make me do now? I have to do a whole writing thing, so I gotta go through this shit and get through it. Finally, I'm gonna have to go finally do this work. I ain't done a damn thing. I've been trying, but I just can't get into it. And then they only gonna give me 3 weeks of math. I'm trying to figure out how they figured out, but I've come to the conclusion the reason why, and I don't get me wrong, reading is important, but why do we do reading for this semester, that semester, and then do math interventions this semester? Why? I figure because really don't nobody really know how to teach it because they don't know math that well. So everybody knows reading because that's what most of these teachers are. I'm done. This is my last semester. This is my last semester. So that's why I probably was like, fuck y'all. I mean, but I'm just being real. Is that I'm one of the few people who will never do that. Because I mean, sometimes that happens, they might tell you, oh, we're gonna need you to teach this. But I'm never asked to teach anything but math. I'm not asked to teach science. I'm not asked to teach social studies. I'm not asked to teach any reading, ELA, anything like that, composition. No, because I'm a math teacher. So I just was like, I don't feel like trying to come up with some shit on how I'm gonna be a strong teacher. I'm not. I'm not. I'm only doing this because y'all making me do it. I mean, that's the honest truth. I'm doing it for a class, and it's not going to fix, like it's not going to have anything to do with the way I teach. Because like my professor was like, well, you do reading and math. I'm like, clearly you just need to shut up. I want to say stop. Don't patronize me. Don't patronize me because reading and math is totally different. And it's not like I've got to teach them how to read. Matter of fact, the kids who have struggle in reading, I can usually get them through math because math is a language all its own. And 2 plus 2 is always going to be 4. So I can get you to start learning some shit. Hell, I know the kids who can't read can do math. So anyway, so I'm assuming I'm going to assume that's go. Luckily it's just a little tiny piece of that the stuff I had to turn in. So hopefully it won't bother my grade too much because I got an A on the beginning parts, like my comprehension checklist, which I made up. All that other stuff looks good, But like now I have to pivot and now write a writing lesson plan. And get this, I have to film myself teaching a writing lesson. I'm like, this is even worse than fucking reading. This is even worse than fucking reading as far as I'm concerned. I gotta finally just go in there and do it because I'm like, that's one of the things I gotta do is I gotta catch up on the work. Yeah. Yeah, they're making us and so I'm not even, and I'm using like a case study. So I have to I have to create this lesson plan and fake it, sit here like in front of a camera and fake teaching this thing for 5 minutes. And I am so over trying to figure out what I'm going to say, how I'm going to do it, whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. But I'm going to make it happen somehow. I don't know. I don't know. I was hoping somebody did the case study. JC, you just live for these things. You live to say stuff like that. What was I watching? I saw something today that I wanted to talk about. I can't remember. I can't remember. Okay, I can't remember. I was just doing that too. I was like, fine. I was like, fine. I want to put on something tonight. What should I wear tonight to sleep in? You know what? I don't even know why I'm playing. Bedtime is the time to test some fragrances. For the people who get me buying fragrances, we know bedtime is our time to the Dior Advent Calendar. Oh my God, let's talk about that. Can we please talk about this? So Miss Kelly sent me something, and I got so much ignorant shit to say. Let's talk about that. Mm-mm-mm. So I'm gonna show y'all this. We gonna look at it. And then I'm gonna talk about Jackie Aina. So I'm gonna have some shit to say about her in a second.
Today's episode of I'm Rich Report. £3,500 on a designer advent calendar. You can just about afford the cheapy home bargains ones with Povo chocolate in it that tastes like cardboard, let alone a Dior one. Why? Because you're poor. Okay, first up, I've got a designer bar of soap. It's tiny. Wash one finger with it. Okay, next up, I've got a little bottle of spray. 3 sprays and you're done. But it could probably cost more than your grandma's pension. Okay, next up, we've got here we go. It's a candle. You buy those cheapy ones from B&M Bargains and think, French vanilla smells nice. You've never smelt wealth like burning wood. Okay, next up, I've got another spray. And you might think they're really small, but that's just because you're jealous and, you can't afford them. Okay, next up, I've got a little metal thing and it's got Dior on it. And, it's a lid for the candle. Only poor people buy candles and lids together. Next up, we've got another spray. There you go, and it smells like, well, doesn't smell like poverty, is what I'm going to say. Okay, next up, I've got another spray. It smells just like the candle, burning wood. Us rich people love burning wood. Oh, another bar of soap. You can never have too many bars of soap. Multiple fingers, multiple bars of soap. Okay, and another spray. Here we are. There's a collection for £3,500. Just remember, you're poor. Today's episode of I'm Rich Report.
Now let me just say why found this amusing. And yes, this is old. Okay, first off, the Advent calendar is $3,500, right? But now we know we're looking at this from the lens that we understand. We know the pricing, right? And I'm gonna say something about Jackie in a second. First off, they only one of those sprays was a 30 mil. The rest of them were 7.5 mls. You can look at them and tell it was a really tiny the deluxe samples. The candle and then the candle top in a different thing was hilarious to me. But let me say this is those moments when you know somebody getting paid. Because how can you be unboxing this ignorant ass shit and not talking crazy about it? That's why I wanted y'all to see it. It was 3,500. Did you see what she was pulling out? For 3,500, there should have been at least one full size from the private line and another one from the regular line of fragrances. And hey, I should have seen some Dior lipsticks coming out for $3,500. Those little sprays they were putting in that. But watching her unbox it said to me, "Oh, Dior paid her." Clearly, she ain't saying it, but Dior paid her to do that video, because there's absolutely no way that you could honestly say that thing was worth $3,500. Absolutely not. So I'm just saying, because anytime you're trying to act like, oh my God, if she paid for that out of her pocket, she would have talked shit about it. Like, what is this? I don't care how much money you got. You would have looked at that like, because she don't come from money. You know what I'm saying? She ain't. It ain't like she Paris Hilton where she be like, "Oh, I just got you this for 3,500." You know, she bought that for her maid and shit. No, this is somebody who came up poor, who didn't have that much money. So at one point, 3,500 would have been a lot to her. So don't be running around here acting like you so fucking bougie that it don't mean nothing, right? But real talk, any other time, she'd have said some shit about it. But to sit up there smiling and acting like this is just the fabulous and makes sense, that tells you that Dior paid her. And I don't like it. I just need folks to just be honest about getting paid. Listen, I'm trying to show off this. Make it a commercial. But see, they don't want, but here's the thing about influencer marketing. You don't want to make it seem too commercial like, because that's when people don't listen to you. So you need to make it, because the whole point of influencer marketing is that it's somebody that you feel like you can trust their opinion. It ain't just somebody saying it. You trust their opinion like they're your friend. That's the whole that's the whole um you know that's a whole thing about influencer marketing, is that you're taking these people's opinion based on the fact that you feel some type of way about them. Oh no, she knew that. No, Shelly, you Jackie got a serious collection now. Oh, she got a serious collection. She is showing it on TikTok. No, 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 no. She knows how much those damn things cost, and they're little. Those are like they're. She know damn well. And even if she didn't, she know how to look it up. So no, I'm not gonna give her that. She's been in the game too long. Mm-mm. She been in the game too long not to know what that shit costs. Come on. Nope, not gonna give her that excuse. But the problem, and see, this is the thing, that if you are somebody that is the reason why so often viewers are now saying they don't trust people sometimes, because you can tell obviously some shit. Sometimes you can tell when somebody is getting paid to say it. It's very obvious. But they're acting like they're not. It's very obvious because of the level of enthusiasm, and you can hear the talking points. If you listen carefully, you can hear talking points. And so it's like, but to act like that $3,500 advent calendar made sense, and you like, girl, yeah, this is so fabulous. No, no, the real person should have said, this is overpriced. This thing is maybe worth $1,000 if you're lucky, but 600 really. I'll give them 750. But 3,500, hell no. Mm-mm. That's why I can, I kind of think of myself. I always think like, I don't know how I would do like this, because that's just kind of hard for me to do, because it be in my head and I'd be rocking. It'd be hard for me to like fake it. Probably people who know me would be like, that bitch is lying. That hoe is lying. Because I be trying to lie and act like, yeah, girl, that's the best thing ever. People be like, she's lying. Listen to her voice. They be like, listen to her voice. You can tell that's not, I'll be like, oh my God, this is so good. Y'all be like, that is not her. That is so good voice, Come on. That's why, because I swear to God, I keep seeing that damn Sephora Squad show up. How many Sephora Squad applications have y'all seen? How many people have y'all seen? I'm just applying for the Sephora Squad, right? So, because I done seen at least 10 to 12 already. Please put up a testimonial for me and for the Sephora Squad, because I'm trying to be in them for Sephora. I promise y'all. Hi, Chantel. Damn it! I cannot believe I left that at work. I've only seen one person that I think has a really good shot at being on the Sephora Squad based on their numbers. That's what it's listen, it's a lot of micro influencers. They get a lot of applications from them. I'm trying to tell, I keep saying, and if they and I know a lot of them watch me. Listen, if you ain't got 100,000 100,000 plus don't even apply for the Sephora influence squad because they're not looking at you. When they talk about small, they're talking 100,000. They not talking 5,000. The Sephora squad is like basically they um where they choose influencers to work with them for the year. And you get, there's perks involved, you get product and all this kind of stuff. I don't think there's any payment. It's just like, oh, I'm on Sephora Squad. And it's kind of, it kind of gets you some kind of recognition and everything. So and they've set it up, they say, for smaller influencers. But the people, so everybody floods them and trying to get it because this is like testimonials and stuff. And then they choose who they are. But if people would notice, the people who get chosen are not micro. They are small influencers. Like, maybe they don't have a huge YouTube following, but they've got a huge IG they've got to have a really huge following on some platform. At least, and that's not even super huge. 100,000 is like when you just really starting to take off in real talk, right? So I've been seeing all these little influencers putting it out, and I'm like, y'all, all y'all doing right now is helping. Like I always say, it's great free marketing for Sephora because they get all these people shilling for them, trying to get on the Sephora squad, talking about Sephora, tagging Sephora and shit, hoping that they're gonna get noticed by Sephora. And it's like, y'all ain't. And it's not no shade, but it's just, that's just the truth of it. I've never seen anybody small get it. I mean, micro get it. So you're working yourself up and you're hoping and dreaming. It ain't that time. Just keep working and maybe you'll be at the, like I said, I've seen one person who I think might get it. I'm like, okay, yeah, she'll probably get it. They might look at her and give it to her based on her size. But the rest of them like, okay, okay, Sephora Squad. Cause like when they first came out with the Sephora Squad and they said small, and I was like, ooh, I should try. Ooh, I should try. And then I thought about it. I said, I don't even like Sephora. There you go. There you go, JC. I was like, I don't even like Sephora. So I was like, ain't no point in me doing this because I'm always talking shit about Sephora. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. So I've never even tried because when it first started, I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna, get smaller. And then, like I said, when I started seeing the people that they did, I said, oh, okay. Like for instance, I'm gonna tell you one I think was in the Sephora squad that y'all might know who I'm talking about. And at the time, she had a fairly large following for a female fragrance influencer, and that was Tiff Benson. Hell, everything going over to Ulta. So you ain't so Sephora is not like, oh my God, Sephora. Because who else is going over there that they just said is going over there? Um, who is it that I just saw? I was like, I said, well, hell. So what is the point of still shopping at Sephora? Hold on, because I just saw it the other day and I was like, another one, okay. I mean, they already got Fenty. They've gotten Natasha Denona. They've gotten they've got Charlotte Tilbury. Did they get Charlotte yet? No, I don't think they get Charlotte Tilbury. So where did I see? Hold on, I saw something a few days ago. Oh, they must have took it down. Cause I'm trying to remember who I saw was coming. It was somebody that was like, oh snap, they getting somebody else over there, and they just gonna be in trouble. It was like, and they gonna be in trouble. Where did I see that? Sol de Janeiro. That's who it is. So they getting Sol de Janeiro. That's the new one that's probably coming to Sephora. They gonna get Charlotte Tilbury in a minute. It's like all the no, they just got Dior. They've got Chanel over there. And I know people like, oh, so it just isn't like Sephora. I'm okay. You know what? I think that and I ain't mad at Sephora because that was their branding and their marketing. But I think they have really convinced women that because they wear that ugly little smock, that it's more upscale. Cause why do people think that Sephora is upscale and Ulta is, I mean, like, because I guess Ulta has a drugstore stuff, but why do they think that going to Sephora means you're upscale? Because people love to have their little Sephora bag. I got Sephora bag. Like everybody waiting, the Sephora sale coming. Because I said years ago, I said, y'all could do better. You can get better deals just going to the brands. The brands like Makeup Forever, and I should have bought it, just had 25% off. Who just had another 20? Everybody be having 25-30% off when they do friends and family. I know Sephora is LVMH. I mean, I get that. But why do we believe that? You know, because it really isn't that. And 5 years ago, that's when I got tired of Sephora. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I get that they are part of LVMH. Always have. But it's like the whole thing is like, oh, I shop at Sephora. I shop at Sephora. People acting like, that makes I especially the non-makeup chicks. I shop at Sephora. And you can get one-stop shopping at a lot of different places. And it's like, and like we said, they got some of the snootiest little salespeople in the world. They got, girl, you work in Sephora. And I ain't mad at you if this is what you're doing, but you work in Sephora. I hate you. When you be dealing with people like that, you just be looking at them like, you are a salesperson, right? Like we was talking about the people in Nordstrom's or Neiman. I mean, yes, they make nice money. But you still a glorified salesperson. And no, it's definitely a branding thing, and I get it because they did brand really well. And now here's the thing with the branding. If you think about it, the branding was they had all of these brands that you couldn't get at Ulta, or if as opposed to like if not, you had to go to like Nordstrom's, or you had to go there to the makeup counters. Well, I get it because it's just all beauty, so it makes sense, right? But now, what's gonna be the draw now that all these brands are now going over to Ulta? So whatever contracts they had with Sephora clearly are ending, and now they like, okay, well, we're gonna go to both of these now. And the reality is if you know anything about doing the points thing, you're gonna go to Ulta. You should go to Ulta because Ulta has a better point system than Sephora. So if you're going, and I know, so now the difference is what? True enough, now the interesting thing is it's going to be interesting seeing how Ulta incorporates all this. How many stores are actually going to get these things? Because of course they still have the drugstore side. I see the drugstore side is shrinking though. So are they going to put more of these brands? Or are they just going to be online, which actually will be fine because more shopping is done online than in the stores. That's why all these stores, haven't y'all been hearing about retail apocalypse? There's a lot of stores shutting down right now. There's a lot of companies are shutting down their retail store, a lot of retail stores. Why? Because they're not they make money online. They all have hair salons in the back. That's an Ulta thing. They have a hair salon, right? So yeah, it's like, so what's gonna happen now? Because if I'm gonna buy Dior, if Ulta got it, I'm gonna pick it up from there because I'm gonna get some better deals. No, most of them have a salon. That's a Ulta thing. They have a salon. They usually have a benefit eyebrow bar, but most people don't actually know that. But they do. They usually have eyebrow people there. A lot of them. Right. Oh yeah, all the Morphe store fronts are gone. Right. All the Morphe store. Oh yeah, Morphe's gone. Cause the parent company then filed chapter 11. So they shutting down all of those. But it's like Walmart's are shutting down. Um some of these Best Buys that were left. Oh yeah, Morphe was a hot mess. Morphe was a hot mess. Um Wait a minute, let me go look at my skin again. Oh my god, it looks so good. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry I got stuck in there. Right. Yes. Speaking of that, Shelly posted up this thing when Marlena was coming for Jacqueline Hill. Marlena, let it go, babe. Let it go for my y'all, we got my beauty people in here, so we know she was coming for Jacqueline. But it seems like Marlena, now that she's officially closed Makeup Geek, she now wants to come and yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Sephora also know what's gonna wind up happening, I think, is that one of them will be gone. And I think Ulta's trying to position themselves to be the one that's the left standing here in America. That's what I think is happening because remember, Sephora's overseas. They're over in France and everything. I think Ulta is trying to be the one left standing in North America because they are here. So that's what I think they're doing. But but I don't know, Mark. Makeup is getting trendy again because of TikTok. Oh, CJC, we are old school beauty chicks. So Marlena owned a company called Makeup Geek. They are both influencers, and Jacqueline Hill they were both on YouTube. Big, huge influencers. But I think the other thing is Marlene is trying to rebrand herself again, because let's think about this. For a hot minute, she was trying to do fragrance. Remember when she was doing fragrance videos? I don't think that worked out too well. So now that she's officially closed up Makeup Geek, now she's going to become like this makeup, crusader, because like saying these things you don't need to spend that much money on. You wasn't saying that shit when you was running your business. You weren't putting those type of videos out when you were running your business. So bullshit, right? And to bring up Jacqueline was like, girl, you just beating a dead horse. That's number one. Number two, that just shows that you are trying to make yourself relevant on her right now. Because let's be honest, ain't nobody thinking about Marlena too much. So if she throw Jacqueline's name out there and talk shit about her, she becomes relevant again. The ones who love Jacqueline are going to come to her defense, and the ones who are going to high five her are going to be on her side. So that was just her trying to get relevant again. And it's kind of sad to me that the only way you could get relevant was to talk about Jacqueline. Girl, don't nobody care. Us makeup people we over all that. We don't care. Hi, Brenda. Hi. But yeah, but it was just interesting. Right. So why would you even bother her and talk about that stuff? You just mad because she still got a brand. She got a brand around for the moment. Who knows? It might be gone soon. But it was like, you know what? Be quiet. Yeah. What about him, JC? You tell us about him. So Right. It was out of the blue, but it kind of goes with this new brand she's trying to work. Because remember now, Marlena has tried a few things if you think about it. Remember her clothing line that failed? I ain't mad at it because I got a few pieces when it was going out of business. I'm not looking up. We ain't talking about her right now. But and so then she started, and remember she was trying to do the whole, more lifestyle kind of vibe. I don't think that was working. I ain't mad at her. She's trying to land again outside of makeup. She should have got on TikTok. I'm just saying. Even though they about to ban TikTok, have y'all what was I what did I've been reading a little bit up on this. Let me tell you what I read. They said that they were saying that if the TikTok ban goes through, Meta is going to do better. All these American-based ones are going to do better again. That's how bad TikTok been killing them. That's why, yes, I get what they're talking about. Oh yeah, yeah, they're talking about. Well, it has been banned. Right, exactly. That's exactly what they're saying. Y'all better let us own this baby. Y'all better give us a stake in it, or because they're saying that they cannot guarantee that the Chinese government is not getting the data from them. On people and things like that. My question is, what's the difference from the China? Oh, so we don't want the Chinese getting it because we know Facebook and Google and them is taking every motherfucking thing we got. But we're not gonna talk about that. Right, right. So they're saying that because they're saying the Chinese government is using TikTok. They can't guarantee that they're not using TikTok to, gain entry into countries. Because India has banned. I think India's banned TikTok a year ago. I think the UK is talking about banning TikTok now. So it's not just here. It's quite a few countries that are talking about banning TikTok, which ultimately will shut it down. If all these countries ban it, then it will shut it down. And so yeah, but it's so interesting. The booty holes. Right. They say Facebook is for old people. And Meta, that's why he had to do all this layoffs, because who cares about Meta is stupid. It's like, oh, okay, so we can, you can go in the metaverse and see this happen. So what? So I put on some glasses and we pretend we're someplace. You can. The shit sounded so ridiculous. Right. The shit sounds so ridiculous, that stupid metaverse he did. And that he's lost a shitload of money. And I personally believe that the lobbyists, like for Facebook and shit, is involved with this TikTok ban. I personally believe it because he's trying to make that money back. Zuckerberg want his money back, and he's like, the shit ain't working over here. I put in these reels and IG. I did all these things to try to suck their stuff, and it ain't happen. Right? It's like what? It's just goofy. I mean, it was like, and even the commercials, the marketing for it was goofy. It was like, what do you think this is gonna make somebody want to use it? And he spent billions on that stupid shit. Oh, we're gonna have this like virtual universe that you can play in. You know that shit looks stupid in the movie. It only looks interesting in the movies. So basically, what you're saying is you're trying to create a matrix that that we know that's there, that we know we jumping into, because that's what it sounds like. You're jumping into the matrix, but you have to do it. But we just putting it together, and y'all just gonna do it. Really, Drea? Yes, yes, Valencia. It's the holiday. It's I'm sure because it was so many people who worked, in your guys' area that worked there. I'm sure, and they was riding high, making big money, and now, you're out of a job. Listen, the things that he should have put money in, and I'm just being honest, he should have put money in their live streaming. He putting all this money in metaverse. He should have made his live streaming work better. Make it so it doesn't lag the way it does behind. So when people put in comments, people can actually have a conversation with them. That's number one. Because I'm being honest with you, IG and Facebook have the worst live streaming. And the only people who like to use it are the people who really don't talk to people. They just want to have a semi-video kind of vibe while they're supposedly live streaming, because they really don't really interact with the people. I don't like it because I can't see what you're saying. So so that so that was the first place he should have put some money in, right? And then if he was doing the whole, trying to go with the reels, because we know how he is, he sees some shit, he gonna take it, and then really make those work and make them make sense. And then he could have been competitive, because he got all us old people over there. So they gonna sit on Facebook, and he really hasn't incorporated the reels really well. And here's the other thing that he has to do with Facebook in order for it to make sense, right? Is stop it has to have a better system for people to really get their stuff out there. If you want people to do business and put all these reels and really be trying to do shit like that, then you need to make it easier for people to actually be seen, because it's hard to be seen on Facebook because the way it's created was friend based. Now, IG is a little better, but then he needs to work on that algorithm. He needs to be pushing out people's stuff so people will sit there and really put their content on there. You only got a handful of people putting content on IG, really. Uh, you got people putting it out there, but because it doesn't push it out the way it should, because there's people who putting out content after content after content daily who do not have the following that I feel like they have. Like, what's his name? The one I can't stand, Mr. Cologne, whatever his name is. He should have a lot more followers based on the amount of content he puts out and his consistency. But the algorithms and everything, right. Right. I mean, it should just be all seamless, and it should be able to, and because IG is they own Instagram, it should be more seamless than it is. It's just mm-mm. But he put all that money in Meta. Right, right. It's right, because that's what I do now. If I'm gonna make if I want to make okay, let me make that TikTok. I'm gonna throw it on IG. And even like today, I was telling somebody, right now there's some kind of glitch I've been having on IG, because it won't let me post up any video that's more than 15 seconds, and so it's now cutting the videos. So I'm not putting up any. I can't put up any real, and it will only put up anything as a reel. That's another thing they did. They switched it, so anytime you try to post up a video on IG, it comes into the Reels section. But if it for some reason it's doing some shit, like I can't post up anything that's more than 15 seconds, so I ain't posting nothing, because it's defeating the whole purpose. If I can't put up a 29-second video, so right, so and and then you got Google. Google said, okay, we're gonna do these shorts things, and we're gonna start paying y'all for them. So now and that's how Google works too. So now Google is YouTube is making their live stream more robust, right? Right? They're trying to make that more robust. And they're like, hey, put out these shorts. We're going to start paying y'all for these shorts. So here you have it. And ultimately, people will shift back to YouTube if TikTok is banned. I think if anything happens, the shorts will, YouTube is going to start pushing them shorts more because IG is dropping the ball. Zuckerberg is dropping the ball on the reels. He's making it too difficult to work with, and the thing is that YouTube gonna have to figure out how to enhance it, make them look, they better get with CapCut and start integrating that stuff like TikTok does. And then they then IG won't be able to mess with YouTube's shorts because people will be flocking back over here to do it because there's a one-stop shop. But also, YouTube is going to have to push out more content, right? Right? YouTube is going to have to really start pushing out smaller people, all the people, not just the big ones. They're going to have to really work on their algorithm and just really get things disseminated more. And then they'll really make it. It'll be Yahoo in 2 years. Right? Because where is Yahoo? What happened to Yahoo? Yahoo. Remember when I used to do some dirty shit on Yahoo. I used to get some dirt done on Yahoo, y'all. Woo! Yahoo Messenger used to be hot than a motherfucker. I ain't even gonna lie. I am not even gonna front. That shit, it was hot. Okay, it's time to go to bed. Okay, y'all, I'm about to go to bed. I've been on here for over an hour. I wasn't on necessarily personals, but I did listen. I had all kind of stuff going on at Yahoo. That was when I was doing some. That's when I was running the business too. No, they did not give you an AOL email address. Do they still exist? I was getting some strange things done. Woo, them was the days, baby. Them was the days. Them was the days. All right, y'all. Let me get off of here. It was good talking to y'all. You see, I'm coming back. Spring break, y'all gonna see me all the time. Huh. That's where I really got started. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Y'all have a great night.